All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of our tabletop role-playing game. This is our third session of Season 2, and today, finally, we have a full team. We will start by a quick recap, followed by our customary D20. So, overall, the party was hired by the Golden Gauntlet Alliance, which also been known as the GGA, to investigate the disappearance of one of their teams in the Deep Grove, one of the largest forests bordering the Broken Kingdom, which is also known to be an uncharted land. That squad was led by a senior member of the GGA, a high elf named Lady Xena. She was accompanied by Brother Sildar and a band of about 12 armed forces. They were themselves hired by a merchant named Kirill Tabor to protect his new logging operations in the Deep Grove. The man found a large source of blackwood trees, a rare type of wood that is known for being very strong and durable, and he established a lumber site over there to acquire that wood. So the characters were joined by two members of the GGA, a human male warrior named Jonah, and a halfling druid named Tasso, and they all traveled north to the Deep Grove. After 10 days of uneventful travel in the Broken Kingdoms, the party finally entered the Broken Land, where they traveled on horse mounts for 2 long days. Darren, could you please let us know just overall what happened in those 2 days?
All right, so I'll start with the typical. When last we saw our intrepid adventurers, we had traveled through the edge of the Broken Lands on on horseback, encountering various forces of friendly mountain ogres who like to throw rocks at their guests and stuff. So they were like playing the old game where you knock people off the pins off the thing, but theirs was knocking people off their horses. And we encountered a pack of wolves with one of them on one night, and the next day we encountered a whole pack of ogres. And we did the smart thing and said, you guys could stay here and we'll just hurry on until right as night falls, we hit the crest of a hills and saw the camp off in the distance. And after carefully trying to study it from a ways, we didn't see a lot of activity. And so we finished our travels coming in just as night fell and it was getting dark. And we started investigating the camp in the dark, which made it very interesting and exciting. Finding signs of battle in the camp, doors being busted down, blood in places, but no bodies themselves, until we happened upon the stacks of dark wood that apparently had been harvested, and they had been set afire and bodies tossed in. And then as the last section of the camp was being inspected with this giant pole that looked like it had banners waving on it, turned out the banners weren't quite what we thought they were. They were the intestines and body parts of all the people there in the camp, most likely. And that was the point when we were like, "Oh, this is not good," and that's where we stopped.
Exactly. Thanks for the recap, Darren. So now we're going to start with a customary D20 roll just to see how the game is shaping up to be. So please, everyone, go ahead and roll your D20. Oh! God. All right. So we got
20s.
we got 2 20s rolled there. Sol and Ailey both rolled a 20. Usama rolled his 19. Man, everybody rolled over 10.
What do you mean
Okay.
he's 19? I got more than one, dude. I got plenty 19. I got plenty 19 going.
Okay, yeah, you got 19, but everybody rolled over 10. So let's see how this session is gonna go. All right, so now we are back as we left the last session after that visceral scenery, and the stench gets you back. Fills your nostrils, and that horrible smell of dead flesh as you're watching this pole with the different body part nailed on it. I'm going to ask everyone to make an endurance test for me, please. Yeah. And then once you're done, you let me know what your total... Well, I'm going to ask you individually. Ubas, what's your score?
22.
Okay. Darren?
23.
Okay. Usama?
23.
Ismail?
18.
No, nobody is over 30. This is funny. Ailey?
Natural 20.
Natural
Ooh.
20. Look at that. Well, it makes total sense. Ailey sits around dead food and she starts eating, dead
I was
people,
gonna
and
say
she
I'm
gets
gonna
her
get
food.
some rations out and just start eating.
Okay. The scenery is gruesome for most of you who are witnessing this. Some of you instinctively start puking, and others are feeling this sense of dread and are really disturbed. So let me see here. All this. Okay. Everybody that had less than 37, and Jessica, you're not included because you succeeded. You have a penalty of 2 on your tests.
Every test?
From what's that?
Every test, you said?
Yeah.
All the tests? Okay.
Yeah, on all tests right now, because you're disturbed about what you just saw, and you're a bit shaken. And I'm going to ask Faye to make a willpower test for me.
Is there a duration for this minus 2?
I'll let you know. You do not know. Your character does not know that this will end in 10 minutes or anything like that.
That makes sense. Let's do willpower test.
And that is a failure. Because I rolled 16, you rolled a 7, right? And I have 20 on the difficulty factor. So I'm assuming that's a failure of yours, right? Because you don't have 29, do you?
No.
Okay. In willpower. So that's a failure. Faye, seeing this macabre scene in front of you has made you want to vomit, but at the same time, it has triggered in you a desire to inflict a lot of pain, whether it is on your allies or on those who have made this. And I would probably say, because of your relationship so far with your allies, you have been with them for a long time, I'm going to say that it's more your anger and the desire to inflict pain is more directed towards those who have created this this picture in front of you. And as a result, you lose 20 points in the balance. Does this make you go to the next stage or not?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it does. Okay, so we'll get to that in a minute. As you are reading through that to figure out what that's going to require.
I'm not sure I like how he said that.
And at that point, the 6 of you are watching in horror. Is there anything that anybody would like to say or do?
I'm going to move over to Eileen and ask her, do you want to follow me and we can look around and see if we can find any tracks around the outside of this pole? We can figure out
That's
who
a
did
great
this.
idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. Also, I have to pee, so that's a good idea. I have been traveling.
So I'm going to circle around.
Well, as the 2 of you are about to start circling around, Smail, is there anything you want to do, Gallian? Or Faye is now dealing with her emotional issues.
Find them. Let's find them.
Mm-hmm. Ismail, what about you?
I put a knee on the ground and I start a little prayer.
Okay. So as you're about to put a knee on the ground, Usama, with your character, what do we need to do?
I need to roll a D100.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll that D100, and just hold on a second until I tell you to let me know, because I'm like, yeah, there you go. All right, so what was your roll?
22.
42.
22.
22. Okay. Okay, sounds good. So your character right now is gonna perform some form of compulsive ritual. You figure out what you want to do there. It's something like either you're gonna be washing your hand constantly, or like praying, or walking in a particular rhythm, never stepping on cracks, constantly checking to see if your weapons are where they are. You have a tick right now. You have some form of compulsive ritual. So think about it, and then you're gonna tell me what it is. And as you guys are trying to figure out what to do, and you're about to start moving to go on about what you were planning to do, you hear another sound of, and it's coming from up above. So you see the top of the pole, and you notice now that there are 4 faces that have been nailed on each side of the pole. 1 north, south, east, and west. Those were not heads. They were faces that were probably ripped off and pinned on top of the pole, like a trophy of sort. And those faces are now being picked at by 4 large birds, each almost the size of an adult human. One of the birds was making that sound. That was the same sound you guys heard earlier that attracted you, that drove you to come closer to the pole location. And one of those birds stops and looks at you, a rotten eye in its beak. The large winged creatures hisses, dropping its food, and immediately the other 3 hiss as well, and they fly towards you. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative, please.
Okay.
Is it? Nope, that's not it. Sorry, guys. This one. No. I do not seem to be able to find where I made this little thingy. All right, that's fine. I'm still gonna do it here. Okay, so let me just drop here the characters. I thought I had you guys, but I guess I didn't. So, Tassel, and Jonah. And okay. All right, so let's move these characters a bit. So that's more like this, 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 and this. It's more like how you guys typically move together. And I'm gonna do here. Okay, the last thing we're gonna have, we need that one. What is this? All right. So this right here, you guys can see the screen, right?
Yes.
With the pins. Good.
Yeah.
So the gray and black circle is the pole itself, and that's how I assumed you guys are positioned based on how you've been moving. If you disagree with that, you could move your characters, but that's how I assumed based on how you've been moving so far. So, and now I need to. You guys have done. You guys have rolled initiative?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because I do not have it in the turn order.
That's because you changed screens.
Because
Yeah,
I changed screens. Okay, here's what you do. Do the initiative right now. Just roll it, and then I'm gonna use your old number.
Okay.
I'm gonna use whatever your old number is. Cool. All right. Well, what was Sol? What was your old number?
29.
29. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of Sol. Galleon?
28.
28. Okay. Badger? Not Badger.
24.
Well, you still have the name Badger there. I don't understand. 24. You said?
Yeah. That's weird.
Okay. Eiley?
Dirty 20.
Okay. And Faye, you have a 32, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you, everybody.
I'll disappear from
Okay.
the turn order.
Hold on. So, GM, this is with a -2 from
Ooh.
the nausea, right?
Yeah, everything is with -2.
Yeah, so 30 for me.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
30.
Okay, so everybody else is reduced by 2.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I'm gonna just drop that. Yeah, thanks for
Oh, yeah.
reminding us, Osama.
Is there any way to put a across the board -2 on here?
Not that I'm aware of, no. There might be a way, but not that I'm aware of, unfortunately. Okay, so we have done. I forgot this guy, and he has 17. I'm gonna say he has also -2, so that's 15. And then I do the creatures. 2, 3, and 4. Okay. I think I got everybody in.
I don't
I only see the creatures in Jonah.
Yeah.
I don't see the
Me
player.
too.
Yeah, those are the ones that called got deleted.
Well, I have them. I can see them. Just so you know. So it doesn't matter. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You guys don't need to see that. So I'll tell you. Faye, you go first, followed by Sol, and then Gallian. So you guys have. This is how the setup is. So Faye, it's your turn. You're seeing these creatures. They're flying at about 8 meters over you. What would you like to do?
They look like they're attacking us.
Sure. Yes.
Question for you: do they weigh more than 5 kilograms?
Yes, they do. They're the size of humans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're birds.
They're the
Big.
size of humans. They're not small like birds. They are like big birds.
Then we'll be very unhappy. Schmiedish.
Okay, so you're gonna use a spell. Please don't forget when you use the spell to increase your balance by 1 point. If it's a level 1 spell. Okay, on which one are you doing that? Ping in the maps that I can know.
Are they? Well, the closest one to me, which I assume is this one.
That's fine. All right, go ahead and do that test, and then I'm gonna try to reply with a dodge. So
What level spell is that?
It's a level 1.
For no reason at all.
So you did a 29 versus a 20. So you're successful. You scream. But by the way, it's not a 29. It's 27, right?
Yeah, it's 29 for me because I also have +2 from being in cruel state, so it cancels out for offensive. Yeah, it's okay.
All right, sounds good. So you scream the magic word as you move your hands. You cross your hands, and ice forms around the creature. Let's do the secondary test. And what do I roll for that? The secondary test?
Strength, agility, or magic?
Strength, agility, or magic. Thank you. I will do a strength test. So let's do this. Do I have strength in here? Yes, I do. It's a 23. What's your score?
27.
All right, you are successful. So now roll the d6 first for the damage, and then roll another d6 for the penalty.
13 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And
And the penalty is?
the penalty is 3 as well.
Okay. So you said
13 damage, 3 penalty.
Okay.
To the next physical test.
Okay, so 13 damage. Bam! You blast it with ice as the creature rears out, and you could see ice forming around its wing, like making it heavier. It's struggling to stay in its position. Anything else you'd like to do, Faye?
Yes, I will
I can't hear you, man. I think you have mic issues.
I said no, I'm good.
No, you're good. Okay, and you're staying there.
Yes.
All right, cool. And then we move to Soul. It's your turn.
All right, so I move into here. So that
Mhm.
means both of them are in range, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I first attack the one that Faye attacked.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you're about to swing and you realize they're about 6 meters above you.
Okay. So I can't even reach that.
Well, yeah,
let's see.
6 meters. That's
Yeah. So
6 meters in feet. That's a lot.
yeah.
That's 19 feet.
All right. So
Almost 20.
Yeah. So I use Blessing of Protection on myself.
Okay, cool.
What level
let's
spell is that?
go- What level
just
spell?
don't-
It's level 1.
Okay, I just need to learn what they are so I can.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, you can ask. I think there is no problem in you asking. All right, you best. Let's do that blessing of protection on yourself, and let me know what your total is.
21.
Yeah, and by the way,
Minus
you
two,
have a magic. You have a magic thing. Like when you click on your character, there is number 8 is magic for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you can just use number 8 if
Right.
you know. So describe how you do the blessing of protection.
So I put my hand on my hand on myself, and I think that's pretty much it. And does it say anything? And I chant and do a component hand and hand gesture. Chanting.
Yeah, but you don't have to read exactly the description that I have for you. You can just imagine. You can be creative and how you imagine.
so as you
it.
can see, so you see Saul like put his hand on himself and he start chanting. Oh, say, please bless us, Almighty Son, and then you can see like a form of protection starts to form around him.
Yeah, an aura of energy surrounds him, and you have gained that. Is there anything else you're doing, or is that it?
I just, as my bonus action, I start to shout towards the creatures, trying to gain their attention. Hey, that's pretty much it.
And the rest of the party is surprised. Is he possessed now by a vulture? And meanwhile, Galen, Whitehammer, it's your turn.
I turn to Ailey and I say, Ailey, those are for you. And I use Blessing of Might on her.
Oh, okay.
So I put my hand on her and I start chanting, you are blessed now with the power of might.
First level spell?
First level.
First level, yeah.
And I shall roll Blessing.
This has been a good round for me.
Do I have it somewhere here?
Let's see. You have it. It's number 8.
Yeah. Okay, 19.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. That doesn't work out. You have 19 total, right? 19 total.
Yeah. Yeah,
and it's 10 plus 14. Yeah, typically these, like the small one when there is not a lot of pressure is just difficulty factor is a 10. So 24 versus 19. Unfortunately, your test is unsuccessful as you touch her and try to imbue her with the power of might. The problem is, like it's the stench. It's disgusting. You're unable to do that. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm sure you're blessed right now, Ailey. I'm sure of it.
Thanks, Dad.
Okay, cool. So after that, it's one of the Volter's turn. It's this one. So that Volter moves right here. It comes next to you, Faye. It doesn't trigger any attack of opportunity because it's 6 meters above you, Sol. And then it plunges to conduct an attack on you, Faye. And let's see, it's gonna do a talons attack. So it plunges at you with its talons and it tries to get a little bit of flesh there, Usama. So Faye, I'm gonna attack you, and that is a 33.
Brutal.
Do you have a penalty in here?
I believe that my advantage is only offense, so I don't think that would count for dodging, right?
Yeah, let me check in here very quickly. So cruel state, offensive action. Yeah, that's not a defensive. That's not a defensive. That's a defensive action, not an offensive action. So you do have a penalty of 2, which means you take the damage, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, that's 8 damage as it tries to rip at you. Your armor, you try to rear away from it, but it gets a little bit from you. Not much damage, but your health has been reduced by, I believe, 2. Make sure to reduce your durability as well. So that's the end of its turn. And I'm moving to the next vulture. So it's this one. And that one is gonna fly here. And then as it comes down flying at you, Eilid's gonna try to attack you, to make a talon attack. And it's a
Dodging.
34.
Oh no, I'm dodging.
Well then, dodge. Against the
26.
26, you're still startled by the scenery you saw right now as the creature flies at you and is able to hit you, dealing 8 physical damage. So make sure to reduce your durability, and I believe you take 2 damage to your health. Okay, so we got those 2 done, and now it's Badger's turn. Not Badger, sorry. I'm gonna fix it here. So hold on.
Tab.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm gonna fix it here because, and I know what the issue is. So it's Tasso, and then I have to go here in your character sheet. I have to delete your current token and replace it with this new token because it's using the old token
name. Yeah.
Yeah. Now from now on, it should get updated. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, Tasso, what do you do?
I reach out and touch Eiley and say, "Here, protection." And as I reach out, she hears me mutter the word, "Custodier," and I touch her, and I put bark skin on her.
Okay, so that's gonna take off the bark skin on you, right? You know that because it's a concentration, and you're taking off because you had bark skin on you, just so you know. All right, so let's make your test then.
I think that wasn't that back from the ogre battle though, or was that from before?
No,
bark skin from the ogre battle?
You used bark skin when you entered the campsite.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll put it on.
You remember you were worried about what could happen and used bark skin before entering the cabin.
But I'll reach out and put. Ooh, not a good roll. 25 minus 2.
25
23.
minus 2. So the difficulty factor. Oh God. 18 plus 10, that's 28. Unfortunately, that doesn't work. You're also startled by what you're seeing around you and the scenes of death, etc. So you're unable to make the spell work. You still lose, like as usual, when you cast a spell, you take off the cost first. What else would you like to do? So you could use movement or bonus action.
So she just got hit by the vulture.
Yes, and it was it wasn't the deep hit, but she got hit. You see a little scratch on her body.
I just want to do this because I haven't done it before. I gesture with my staff. I raise my staff up and I mutter, a phrase she, and the gem in the staff starts to glow and a beam hits her.
Okay.
And I'm gonna activate one of my charges on my staff.
Okay. Is it does it take an action or a bonus action?
Bonus action.
Bonus action. Good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Do you need to roll anything for it, or does it work automatically?
A D4. It target. Nah, it's just a straight. It heals a D4 hit points, mana points, and EPs.
Okay. So roll your D4, and that's how much she recovers. So Jessica, you recover 3 HP, MP, EP.
Who's that?
Thank you.
Oh, her. Okay.
Jessica, Ivy. Yeah. You did it on Ivy or Faye?
On Ivy.
On Ivy. Okay. I just want to double check. All right. And you feel the energy that the low beam that hits you. It's refreshing. It heals your your abilities, and that's that. Anything else, Tassel?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. And then we are moving to another vulture. So the vulture next to you, Ailey, drops down, and this one he tries to attack you with its beak. So let me just check here the beak attack. Yeah, that's that. Okay, wonderful. So beak attack, and he rolls with advantage because they have pack tactics, which means that if you have two attacking on the same time, they have advantage on you. First roll is a 26, second roll is a 24, so it's a 26 plus 1, 27, because you were attacked once. Ailey, you can dodge.
25.
Against a 25, that's not successful, and its beak actually moves away from tries to attack your body parts that are not covered by armor, and hits you, dealing 6 piercing physical damage. Your armor is not reduced, but you lose 6 HP from that hit as you start bleeding. And you guys saw this. These creatures seem to be smart because it purposefully avoided the armor around her to attack her. Okay, it's Ailey's turn, and on your turn you hear Jonah say, he says, let's see, hold off, Ailey, hold off, he says.
Hold off.
Hold off.
Okay.
Okay, so you hold for his turn to act, and on his turn he moves here, and then he's gonna use bait and switch to change positions with you. So he puts his arm on your back and he tries to pull you behind him. So let's see, bait and switch. Jonah, here he is. Bait and switch. Here you go. So he needs to make a strength or agility test. Okay, so it's gonna be a strength test. Okay, he has a 30, and then these two need to make their test. Okay, so he's successful. Ailey, you switch positions with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gonna do one more thing. So as the two of you, as he pulls you behind him, he quickly pulls you behind him and stands in front of the monster that you were fighting. And at the same time, by doing this and putting you in that position, you gain 2 protection until the start of your next turn. So you have two additional protection. Just keep that count. And that's about it. And this is a bonus action, so I can still do an action. So for my action, I'm gonna do. So Jonah is gonna do the shield wall. So he raises his shield and stay strong, everyone. And he is gonna. All right, that's good. Let me roll a d4. That's crap. Anyway, anybody who's adjacent to him gains +1 to parry or dodge on your defensive roll, as long as you stay next to him. I was expecting a higher number, but I guess it wasn't high. That's about it. So now you can act, Ailey.
Okay. I'm gonna do Aya's battle screech.
Okay. Go ahead and do that.
Okay. It's my courage versus your difficulty factor?
Yeah. Just roll your courage.
Oh, if I can find others. 29.
That is successful. Describe what Aya does to the team.
So Aya begins flying around above everyone, avoiding the vultures, and she is screeching as loud as she can, and everyone feels her screeching, that very familiar screeching from her. Everyone gets +1 to all attributes for the duration, which is 1 minute or 6 rounds, starting next round.
Okay.
Is that a magical ability?
No, it's not. I'm
so.
going to ask one of you, maybe Smail, if you could do the counts for these buffs.
Yeah, sure.
Like it's 6 rounds for this one for Aya Screech. Start the next round, if possible. Please do that. Okay. And yeah, but that's your bonus action, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm too close to everything, so I'm
Not
gonna
really.
just.
You could attack this one if you want.
Oh, because he's above, right? Okay.
No, he's not above. But when you got somebody, like when you're directly next to an ally and there is an enemy, you can shoot them without a disadvantage if you want. So this one right here, you could shoot that one without a disadvantage.
I'm gonna try a crippling shot. So it's with a regular arrow.
Okay. You have not moved. You could also use your killing blow.
Oh, my move. My steady shot.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that him moving me was moving
No,
steady
because
aim.
you didn't use your movement. He's the one who moved you.
Okay. So I am going to do steady aim then.
Okay. Yeah, that's and I'm saying that right now because it could be confusing when somebody else is moving you and the ability requires you to not move. So I'm just clearing that out. Go ahead. It's gonna try to dodge.
Okay. I have a 35, 36.
-2.
No, I didn't. I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, that's true. That's correct. Well, you aim and how much damage do you deal?
It is 10.
You deal 10 damage.
And then extra damage, current level times 2 of the same damage type as your weapon.
So your total is?
Is it, well...
What's your current level?
5.
Times 2, what's that?
10.
Plus how much your weapon deals in damage?
10.
That's 20, right?
Yes.
So that's the math you need to get used to.
Yeah.
So you shoot it and you pierce the vulture that rears up, hissing, and falls to the ground. It's dead. I'm assuming you want to kill it, right?
I didn't have a choice. Yeah.
All right. And that's about it because you cannot use movement when you do steady aim.
Nope.
Okay, cool. So we got Eiley and Jonah done. And we got this last vulture that plunges down at you, Faye, and is going to try a big attack on you. But it has a penalty of how much you said?
-3.
-3. Okay. So it's going to try to make an attack, and it rolls with advantage because you got another one attacking you. Here's the first roll. Here's the second roll. So it's 21 -3, which is 18. 36. It flies down and it tries its beak attack, but it's slowed by the ice that was formed around it, and you completely avoid its pitiful attempt at trying to hit you. Okay, and that ends the first round. Now, you guys start hearing things moving around you when you realize that there are rats that are coming from the dark and rushing to you guys.
Why are they
These
attacking?
rats look much bigger than the typical rat. They're about a little shorter than a halfling.
Oh yeah.
And they enter the fray as well. So I'm going to do initiative here for them.
Did you get 3 natural 1?
I guess I did. Alrighty. So
at least that's out of the way,
Yeah.
Got them right there, and then fine for the rest.
All right. So these rats that just joined the battle, one of them has the same initiative as Faye. So Faye, I'm gonna say you go first.
Okay. I'm going to
I think you're far from the microphone, so we can't hear you.
Is that what it is?
I think so, because sometimes you start talking and I can't hear you personally.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say if this is let's find cover, right? Question for you, GM. If I move, given that they're in the air, does that trigger opportunity attacks?
No, they're not. So they were in the air, but then they plunged to attack you. Now they are with you. They didn't plunge and go back in the air. They are next to you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They didn't do a attack. No.
Okay. They didn't like punch and go back. Okay, so now they're on the ground essentially.
Yeah. Well, they're not on the ground. They're flying next to you. They're at your level. You can reach them with your weapon.
Yeah, floating away, these bitches. All right. I'm going to say, let's get some cover. I'm going to point to this guy here to shout. Wait, I have to figure out what it is that I shout. And I do my hand gestures and shout, Milham! It's a code for chaos.
You guys hear? I didn't hear him.
It's the.
Yeah, it's the echo.
It's not just the echo. It's cut in the middle at some point.
It sounds like he's underwater.
Yeah, and that.
I think because he doesn't have a headset, that's why. So like
Well, I don't have a headset too, but it's. Oh, you think because when he has the headset, it will take that off?
Yeah.
Oh, but let me finish this action. I'll go get the plugs for my headset. Can you hear me?
I think it's when one of us talks, it cuts you. But let's just stay quiet and tell us what you want to do.
So look at the map. I point at this guy right here that's next to me, and I scream, Mirham! And that's Chaos Bolt.
Okay, go ahead. So point your hand at him, screaming the magic word as you shoot your Chaos Bolt, and he's going to try to dodge. And what's your total?
We're equal because I have that +1 from Ailey and that's -2 +2. So 26. Oh, sorry, 25.
And I have 26, so that fails.
Yeah.
First level?
First level. You shoot that pinkish bolt of chaos, but it dodges, barely avoiding it, as your bolt of chaos crashes much further away, and you could see the liquid pouring on the ground. Is there anything else?
Yes, I have a question for you. It doesn't say that I have to be successful, so I'd like to use Arcane Ward.
Yes, you could. And every time you cast a spell, you can use Arcane Ward.
So I use Arcane Ward.
Okay, so you are able. There is no roll with Arcane Ward. You just use your bonus action to do that. So after you cast that spell, Faye, failing at it, she pulls her hand from left to right, and you almost could see like she's pulling an invisible drape of arcane energy. And as she pulls it back, you see around her, for a second, the flicker of a sphere where she is in, and then it disappears. That sphere of energy. So you gained that arcane ward. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's it.
Okay, so you can go ahead to plug stuff around, and then I'm switching to the bad guys. So we move after that to one of the rats. And by the way, I don't think Darren, when he does that move that I just did now, you don't heal MP.
Arcane Ward's not a spell.
Yeah. It is a spell, but it's not a spell that works for what you do. It's different. All right, so I was saying we're moving to the rats. So one of the rats in here, he just rushes next to Jonah, and he makes a melee attack. Let me just check a quick thing. Do they have pack tactics? They do. Oh, man. They're going to pack you up. Here's the first roll. here's the second roll, and Jonah is gonna try to parry with his shield. Oh, natural 1! That's a failure. That's a failure as the creature hits him. But the thing is, you see the giant rat rushes in, jumps, and tries to claw him. Jonah is not quick to use his shield to block it. It hits his armor, but it's completely deflected. His armor is pretty resilient. Okay, so that's that.
Just a question.
Yes, sir.
The token on Jonah. Is it normal?
I didn't put it on Jonah.
No, it was on Jonah.
Here. Is it on Jonah now?
Now, no. But you moved Jonah back 1 square, so that's fine.
It's weird because in my screen it was not. So
Okay.
I think critical roll, not critical roll, but like roll 20 is having a problem today.
Okay.
And that's the end of the giant rat's turn. Sol, it's your turn.
Okay, among the birds that Faye is fighting, are both of them now in melee level, or did they dive, or did they still?
Yeah. No, they're in melee level. If you go, you could attack them.
Okay. But okay.
There's also rats. So you gotta figure out what you want.
I think you skipped a rat. The 29.
There is a
There should have been
29
2 rat
rat?
attacks.
Oh, yeah, there's another one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. My bad. Thank you for the
Sorry.
reminder, Darren. That's important. No, we gotta be honest here.
Yeah.
So this rat, I'm gonna move this guy here and just rushes at Jonah as well, and he tries an attack. So let's see, it's gonna do another attack on Jonah, and it's with advantage. So it's a 32 plus 1, which is 33, and Jonah is gonna try to parry. He rolls a 30. That's not enough because he has -2 plus 1, so that's 29. That's not enough. He gets hit again. His armor, like the rat's getting bits and pieces of his armor. Okay, and then we go to Sol.
Right. So I move like this. Let me know if you see it.
Yeah, just ping it, move it so for me to see. Okay, so you rush in, brandishing your weapon.
My weapon. And I first attack this bird.
All right, that bird is gonna try to dodge, so let's go ahead and make your test. What's your score?
30.
30, and that is successful. So you bash it with your with Lightbringer, dealing how much damage?
So I need to roll.
And it's not undead, just so you know.
So it's 16 damage.
Bam! You hit it with your mace, blowing its head off. I'm assuming you kill it, right?
Yep.
Okay, blowing its head off. Usama, make sure to reduce your balance by 1. So that one is done. And then what do you do after that?
Seasoned Fighter into the red.
Okay, so go ahead and do your Seasoned Fighter. Let me just check here for a second. What's my rank? I'm gonna try a dodge. So Seasoned Fighter is with disadvantage, right?
Yep.
And then I'm gonna do a dodge here.
Ooh.
With a natural 1. You are successful. So roll your d6.
13 damage.
How much damage? 13 damage. You turn around and you hit the second one with the Lightbringer on its head, and you splatter its head on the ground. So you just blew up 2 heads in one round.
As a bonus action, I use Glorious.
Gloria. Go ahead.
Gloria. Regenerate 40 p.
What is glorious?
Sorry, it's an ability. It's. Are you sure it's just
curious.
4 AP?
Yeah, 1d10. Oh, your current level, because I didn't see it.
Yeah. I was like, hold on. It's a little more than that.
9
You recover 9 AP. So you rush in. I'm gonna do this description, and then after that, or you know what? No, you tell me how you do it. This whole glorious thing.
So as I bashed the first bird and then the second rat, Saul turns, raises his mace, and looks at shiny light emanating within this darkness, and remembers the fateful day he got reunited with this mace. and just basks in the glory of the fight and the thrill of the fight, along with his comrades, thinking that knowing that they will make it through the night. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, Usama, what you're gonna say?
Can you hear me better, first of all?
Yeah.
And then you hear, so, dear, please attack this guy right here.
I'm not sure he can do that. Sol, check your ability if you can move or not to do that or not. Just check it if he's able to, because I don't think you're able to move. Now, on the other hand, just to, as he's looking that up, he raises his mace and looks at it, and in his mind, the light from the mace shines all over, like it becomes white. Everything, all the darkness disappears. He's basking in that, feeling its warmth as he becomes part of it. He's engulfed in its light. And for you guys, he's just raising his mace, and for the rest of you, you see looking at his mace like this in awe and pleasure, exaltation moment.
Now I see why he doesn't like wearing his.
Yes.
We lost your best, and then he will say, "It's my fault."
He
missed up
I'm just reading because there is no movement in phase thing.
Okay, so if there is no movement, you cannot move. Also, you've been disconnected. So reset your camera and check on the recording. All right, Usama, you cannot do it. So he probably told you before, I'm not just going to take off the EP, but he needs to be in melee with the person.
Too bad.
Okay.
He was just like all shiny or whatever.
I know. Yeah. This what do you call that? This minion is not optimized yet, Usama. You need to optimize him.
What's the +1 EP mean? Sorry.
When something happens to someone, I get some EP or MP.
Nice.
Yeah. When monsters start getting slayed around Guardian gets excited.
I'm
He's
like,
oh yeah.
That's how I feel when spells get cast around me.
He's like, oh yeah, good one, Sol. Like he's shouting as the battle keeps going. All right, so which takes us to Guardian.
Yes. Oh, I move around. I come here, so it's 10 move point.
Yeah.
Then I attack a seasoned fighter. I start with the little birdie here.
Little birdie. The birdie is gonna try to dodge you.
And he's doing so good.
The birdie moves fast. Like it's probably because you're too short. Like you couldn't reach it. That's really why. And now you're pissed because it's making fun of your height, but you're unable to hit it. I'm assuming you're gonna do seasoned fighter on the rat.
On the rat, yeah.
So seasoned fighter, the rat, roll with disadvantage, and then the rat is gonna try to dodge.
26. Ooh,
and it's a natural one. So you turn and you deal 10 damage, right, with your hammer. And bam! You just hit the rat on its left side as it was eyeing Jonah. And as you hit it on the left side, like, dude, you hit it with so much strength that it blew up, like that midsection. And it just blew it up. You could see like guts and stuff on the floor as it.
Lurks have a lot more experience fighting rats than vultures.
I see that.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. He's
and
guys. And don't forget, guys, to put your kill count of creatures in your character sheets. Anything else you want to do, Galleon?
Yeah, I will do Battle Fever. So I need to roll a d4.
Yeah, which is not an action, right? That one happens on its own.
No, it's an opponent. Yeah.
Yeah.
+3.
So you're getting excited after destroying this one too, recovering a little bit of EP. Is that it, or are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
And Battle Fever, you don't need to tell me. You could just do it on your own.
Okay.
Because it's not an action. It's not an action. It's just something that happens on its own. You could just roll it and tell me. Just tell me after, hey, I recovered 3 from this.
Okay.
All right. And I'm assuming that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Cool. Moving to the vultures. There is one vulture in here. And that vulture is going to make a big attack at you, Faye. But he doesn't have advantage anymore. So that's a 27.
Vulture.
I guess the 27 minus 2
1.
plus 1 minus 1. So that's a 26, right?
Mm-hmm.
and you take 6 piercing damage. Your armor that is not reduced with durability. There is no durability at reduction, but you take 6 damage to your health, 6 piercing physical damage as it goes. You have this little portion below your chest where you do not have any piece of armor there, and it hits you there, piercing you a little bit, dealing the 6 damage.
Yeah, I mean, my ward is taking the damage, right?
Oh, it doesn't. So it's as it is about to pierce you, it's about to deal damage to you. There is this sphere of light that just appears around you for a second, protecting you from the damage. Good. I completely forgot about that. That's why it's a good thing to use. All right. Yeah, these vultures are starting to realize, maybe killing what do you call that? Dead creatures is better than this. Badger, it's your turn. Sorry, not Badger. Tasso. Badger.
Yes. I'm going to stay where I'm at because I'm getting that bonus from him, so I'm not going to move. But I am going to gesture and and then say Ventos and toss a wind bolt at this vulture.
The wind gust, you mean?
Yep, wind gust.
Yeah. All right, wonderful. Let's go ahead and do that. Please roll your magic test, and you have a +1 because you're the second one attacking this creature.
So it's +0 total then. So 31.
Good. So it's gonna try to dodge against the natural 1. And I don't think you need to. No, you do need to make the effect. So what's the effect?
A lot of fun, huh?
So basically, as I gesture, you can see the air around me circle together and throw forward.
Hold on, that's not what I meant. What I meant, sorry to interrupt you. What I meant is, what's the second test? There is another test that you need to do.
Yeah, there's the second test, which is magic versus strength, agility, or their magic. You choose theirs.
Okay. So let's do that one. I'm going to do my strength. I'm going to try to hold off. He's unsuccessful. He rolled a total of 19 versus your 37. So you are successful. Now roll your d6 for the damage.
So 16 damage total.
All right. And how far do you move it?
It goes tumbling away 6 meters.
So do you want to move it do you want to move it towards Soul? Where do you want to move it?
I would hit it. It would probably move towards this spot.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that's 2 meters. I think
here.
This is the max I could move it. It has to move in a straight line from your hit. So now describe to the team how did that happen?
So basically, you see me. I take my staff. I circle in the air as I say Ventos, and this time a mint doesn't appear. And well, you see air gather together, and they'll go shooting towards it and slamming into it and knocking it around.
Yes. So you hit it, you push it far away as it's rearing and trying to catch itself before falling on the ground. It's pushed away, and it's able to keep its balance as it's flying. It's not looking good. That energy blast, that wind gust that you just used against it has hurt it pretty bad. You could hear its bones cracking as you pushed it away. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. So moving on to...
Wait, sorry, hold on. I am going to use a bonus action, and I do. Okay. I'm going to, as the staff comes to stat, I look at. I once again I look over and I look at Faye, and a beam of energy shoots out from the staff.
Okay.
And I say, sorry, I jotted this down so that I remember. I say sauna, and a beam of red energy flies out of the staff and hits Faye.
Okay. Faye, and roll whatever you need to do for her.
Well,
did I lock eyes with him?
Sure.
So you heal 4 hit points, EPs, and mana points.
Because otherwise I dodge, you motherfucker.
You're hurting on me already.
Right? It would be logical to dodge. Anyway, red beam is not usually...
It's PTSD from Flaming Skull.
Yeah. So he does that, and you recover. Initially you were about to move away as you're taken by that light, that red beam. and then you realize that it's actually healing you. Recover 4 HP, MP, EP, and you're like, not bad. This halfling is not half useless. He helped you push people, and he's healing you. Anyway, anything else you'd like to do, Tasso?
Nope, that's it.
Wonderful. So now I'm moving to some vulture.
I wink back at you.
She winks back at you. Good. So the vulture here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 is gonna. That vulture is actually gonna disengage, and it flies 6 meters in the air and 4 meters in this direction. So as it used its action to disengage, none of you guys are trying to hit it, but you're unsuccessful as it's moving slow, as it's moving very fast, avoiding your attack of opportunities. It flies about 6 meters in the air, and then it moves 4 meters north, trying to stay alive. So now we got some rats. So this rat here is gonna rush you, Tasso, and is gonna try to make a melee attack against you. Now, let me read pack tactics here in a second, because I don't think the other rat attacked you. No. But it could be that he just needs to be near you. Yeah, he just needs an ally to be near you, which this one is near you.
Okay.
Is in melee with you, so he moves in and he can roll with advantage. So here's the first roll, here's the second roll. So I rolled a 2 and a 3. All right, so that's an 18 total.
I dodge.
Oh, you're
35.
You're so able to dodge him as he's trying to get a piece of you, and you're moving away from it. Oh, that's not great. Let's have these guys rush. So there's another rat that gets in melee with Sol, and God knows that I will regret making that decision. And it makes an attack at your Sol. What do you do?
I parry with a natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And before you roll, just make sure to tell me what you're doing. If you're parrying is not good enough. Are you parrying with the shield, or are you parrying with your?
You're right. With the shield, yes.
Yeah, I need that. I need you to tell me that. So as it's jumping at you, and as you're still basking in that glory, like of you looking at your base as it's jumping at you, and then you just put your hand at it, and you stop its face as its face crashes on your head and falls to the ground. Okay. Yeah.
What's retaliation increases mean?
It's an ability.
It's an ability.
I see people have a lot of verbiage on their stuff, and it's kind of cool. And I'm like, okay, what's that mean though? I hadn't seen it. I'm new still, so I ask questions.
Yeah, that's fine. Then we're gonna do this second one. Sol rushes you. That second rat, and it's gonna try to bite you. This one is gonna try to bite you. Wait, hold on. Do I roll with disadvantage on bite? No, I don't. All right. Let's check this. It's gonna try to bite you. It has pack tactics, so it rolls with advantage. 20 total.
I parry with my shield. There we go.
Good. Roll the shield.
22.
23 minus 2 plus 1.
Plus 1.
Just remember to do the count.
Yeah, and you also have plus 1.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So what's your total?
21.
Okay, cool. So you are able to avoid this attack.
22. 22. Yeah.
22 and mine is 21.
Yeah.
So you're able to block it with the shield and push him away. Okay. And that's no, it's not the end of the turn. We have Eiley. Irgar. Eiley?
Okay. I think I'm gonna take a shot, just a normal shot at this guy.
Okay. Are you doing a normal shot, or are you doing the other one, the big shot, where you don't move?
I can do the big one. We'll do the big one.
All right.
With a regular area.
And you have a +1 because Galen just attacked that dude, and he's gonna try to dodge.
Okay, that was one I didn't. So he, but he was successful on the seasoned fighter. So would that be +2?
No. It's
No.
just
Okay.
+1.
So then I have +2 because I also have Aya's Battle Screech.
Yeah.
So I have a 21.
I guess a 22. I rolled a 10. Yes. He dodges it. He moves away as he's flying. Can't touch this as he is moving from you.
I hope he just runs away. Just run away, stupid bird.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
He was gonna run away till you called him a stupid bird. Now he's turning back because he's pissed. What? I'm smart for a bird.
Okay.
Hopefully he won't do a bombing attack.
Oh God!
You understand what I mean by that?
Oh.
Yeah. So now Jonah moves here. Hold on, it's Jonah's turn. So I'm gonna move this guy, and he moves in there to be next. He's still staying next to you, Tassel, and he moves in melee with those two creatures, and then he's gonna do seasoned fighter. So he's gonna, with his sword drawn, he's gonna try to attack the rat here. So let's check. 35. The rat tries to dodge. It's unsuccessful. And then he's going to attack this afterwards. So natural 1, of course, and 16. But because it's a disadvantage, it's natural 1. He fails miserably. So he cuts the first rat in half. He cleaves it in half. And then he turns with that powerful speed to hit the other rat. The rat dodges, but Jonah put too much power in his arm that he threw his sword away, and his sword is laying somewhere here. God damn it!
I sigh. Always picking up weapons.
I know. Hey, that's the natural 1. That's the fun of having a natural 1. All right, then we got one final Vulture that is dead, and we're back to a new round with Faye.
All right. So what do we have? A rat. I unsheath the night blade.
And as you unsheath the night blade, you hear the familiar screech from the blade, eager to cut some flesh.
And I attack this rat.
All right, the rat is gonna try to dodge you. Come on me, bro. Come on me. I'm so fast. Here, 19, baby. Ooh. Total 19 against.
19 is my roll.
Oh, is your roll? Okay. I was just kidding. I was just joking here. Do you kill him? You're probably very likely to kill him because you're in your cruel state. So you impale him from behind with your sword, and you pull it back as the rat falls to the ground. Anything else you'd like to do, Faye?
I just like the yin and yang here of the night blade and the sun mace.
And I shake the blood off, and I say, So, dear, would you be so kind as to finish this guy off for me?
And as he heard the words, Saul brandishes his mace, Lightbringer. Go ahead, Saul. And Faye, don't forget to take off the EP when you do that. And I'm gonna try to dodge. What's your total?
36, so 35.
36. Yeah, Saul immediately just crushes. You could hear the bones crushing of the poor giant rats.
16 damage.
Yeah, I know. He has 10 HP, so.
Oh, okay, yeah, fine.
He was. The poor rat was completely destroyed.
Good boy. Good boy.
I'm assuming that's it, Faye, right?
And I blow you a kiss.
Okay. Just so you know, Faye, I'd like to remind you, you have an ability that when you kill a creature, you could act again, I think.
Yeah, but I like to bust Soul around.
Yeah. No, I understand. I just wanted to remind you that you have that in case you know, like forgot about it or something like that. All right.
Yeah.
Moving to rats. We got this rat right here who is seeing that this is not a good deal, so it disengages and starts running away.
Well, since it disengaged, does that mean no attacks of opportunity?
Yes. So the disengage is you use your action. So rather than using an action, you use your action to disengage. So that prevents attack of opportunities against you, unless if you have some anti-disengage ability or something like that. So rather than just running away 20 meters, so do your dash, your movement plus your action to dash, you can just move 10 meters. You can just do your movement. But it prevents other people from attacking you. And you could do that too. If you're encircled by creatures, you could do disengage, use your action to disengage and then move away. Make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So it's getting the hell out of there. Soul, it's your turn.
That bird, is it still in quote unquote melee? Like levels?
Yes, because I assume Tasso didn't try to push it in the air. He just moved it on a straight line.
Alright, I moved to it. I'm like, one last to go.
Okay. So you move close to the Volter, and it's gonna try to dodge with a natural one. God, how many natural ones did I roll this session?
A lot.
A lot.
I mean, I'm blessing you, everybody. Here's my blessing. Natural ones.
Yeah.
Okay, just kill them. Soul, you did 13 damage. How do you want to kill him? Like, you just tell me. You tell me.
Yeah, but it's funny. I just want to do one more thing because I rolled more than 18.
Oh yeah. Roll 4 because you do extra critical damage.
+2.
Oh, that wasn't too hard.
Okay, that's
too
16. High. 16 total. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you kill him? Yeah, you just tell us.
So as from this carnage that we've just done, I raise my mace with utter conviction that our party has retaliated from this surprise attack. And then I start to see like a huge lights and beams of rays of lights emanating from my mace as I start to feel the warmth of that sun that's close to me, and I just try to smack it in the face and try to destroy it in the most glorious fashion. Well, purify it in the most glorious fashion.
That's pretty much what I'm not even gonna describe. It's like
feathers go everywhere.
Yeah.
Can I still use glorious even though we're done? Or
Yeah, you could use glorious. Okay. It's a bonus action. Just use your glorious. Okay. And yeah, so just add that stuff. And then Galleon, White Hammer.
Yeah, so this vulture is
just so you know, it seems that the creatures are actually the two surviving creatures are just getting the hell out of here. You could chase them and do stuff, but like you're noticing they're just trying to get out of here.
But this one is not on my level, right? The vulture.
No, it's 6 meters in the air.
Well, I'll hold my turn.
Okay.
I do nothing. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? That's it's actually this vulture. And then Tasso, is there anything you're gonna do, or are you letting the creatures leave?
No, I'll let the creatures leave.
Okay. So the vulture up north just flies away as far as possible. You could see him like flying as far away as possible. Ailey, it's your turn. Anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna scream at them It's like, God! And that's it. That's all I'm doing.
I turn a shocked face and look at her. You know, she's cursing. Yeah. What?
And the rat also like run as far as possible from you guys. You guys are crazy. The rat is taken. No, that was a bad deal. That was a bad deal. Stupid vultures calling us to help. God damn it. All right. So that ends the battle. All right. One more thing I want to do here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Faye, you reduce your balance by 5 points. As you have more death and blood around you. And from there, we're back to you guys. Take a deep breath after this battle. Jonah goes and picks up his sword. So what do you do?
I don't feel like... I don't know. I don't feel like they were just defending their food. What was wrong with them?
They were particularly big. I don't know for you guys, but I'm not used to see big vultures like that and big rats like that.
No, hold on. Your character has seen big rats before.
Okay. So big vultures.
You've seen giant or large rats that size. Vultures, you have not really seen them, but at the same time, you haven't seen a lot of vultures to start. You've seen the typical vultures, but nothing more than that.
Okay. Yeah. So
Now,
their size is not.
As Darren, I know that vultures don't normally attack. They're purely carnivore. They only eat dead
As
things.
Jessica too.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Jessica too.
Yeah.
But they weren't defending their food.
I don't get it. I say, I don't get it.
Mm.
I mean, they attack me and they attack you. We have the least amount of flesh on our bones. Why didn't they go for the dwarf over there? They've got what was coming for them. I'm confused, but more blood. You know how I feel about that.
They see more of your skin than mine, so that's why.
How many people are injured? I asked. As I look around.
And armor, yeah, sure.
Anybody injured, hurt?
I'm not injured.
Are you asking?
Yes,
he's
I'm
asking you guys.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not. I'm good. I'm very good. It's nothing.
Those measly little things. What a waste of time. Let's go after the ones that caused this carnage instead.
Oh no, Faye.
What?
Are you feeling those feelings again?
What are you talking about?
Oh, I think.
I mean, look at my knife blade. It's got blood on it.
Totally. Remember when she was poking your injuries before?
Don't start poking people. That's all. Give us her can I roll for monster lore to know if vultures can typically attack? Is it like part of the monster lore?
Yeah, sure. Do your monster lore test. We haven't used that in a while. Let's get it.
Boom!
I know exactly that vultures are creatures.
So vultures,
The creature of the sun.
Vultures. What kind of bird is that? Yeah, you're. What kind of bird is that? Huh? Interesting. But you know what's better than vultures? This mace. And you start looking at your mace.
Never mind.
So you're distracted as you're for a second trying to figure out vultures, and then your mind moves along to your mace. All right. Rest of the party. Jonah gets his sword back and comes back at you, and you can see he's not feeling well. He's like, God, even more death and carnage.
Yeah, this is a very, very sad place.
I'm not sure, really, if I can't recognize from this poll if any of the faces belong to members of the GGA or the Golden Gauntlet Alliance. Maybe tomorrow we could inspect it, but I think this has been. He gets closer to the pole to try to inspect it as he stops his sentence. Is there anything else? What are you guys doing as he's trying to do that?
I ask him maybe is there something we can an object maybe we can recognize them by if you don't have their face.
Well, not really. It's just body parts in there. It's not even, as you could see, it's not even like the whole body that was nailed. It's like a head here next to an arm nailed next to it and so on. It is unfortunately not much.
I take my backpack off, reach inside, search inside it, and pull out a wood chopping axe. And I look at Jonah, and I look at the pole.
I don't think. Do you have a wood chopping axe?
I believe.
I mean,
so.
that sounded cool, but I don't think you have a wood chopping axe. But if you look
on the backpack, small wood chopping axe.
You do have a wood chopping axe. Did you just add that now? Is that what happened?
I sent you. I think I sent you a message back in the day that I'm adding two different things. One was that, and one was the wood carving tools.
That's fine. The good news is either way, if you didn't have it, you would have been able to get one because, like, you remember I told you that there were a couple of stations here. So he looks at you and says, "We shall do that in the morrow. For now, we need a place to rest and collect our thoughts and think what we want to do next. And I don't think being next to this, as he points to the pole, is a good place to do that."
I think the main with the cooking area where we can put the tables to block the door.
Yep.
Would be the best spot.
That was the initial plan. Yes, indeed. So let's head.
Yes, let's head there. So I'm assuming Eiley, you're going and recovering your arrows.
Yes.
Okay. So you go ahead to recover your arrows. Whoever has dropped something around, Jonah is gonna remind you. I'm just role playing it like this. I'm saying Jonah is gonna remind you to go and pick whatever you dropped. And then you guys are heading to. You said which one was it? The dwelling area, or was it the one where they had like the tables set up, the main hall? Which one was it?
The tables set up.
The tables. Okay, so you move to that section, and it's relatively. It's on the eastern side. It's closer to the logs to the east, as well as the little enclave for cattle. So you get there, you enter the building. The building is deserted. There's nobody there. And as you enter, Jonah says, "We don't have much like light in here, but there is a torch holder outside where we could put one of the torches. I think the problem of staying here could be the visibility if we get attacked."
Yeah, certainly. Like I don't mind. I have a few torches that I can use.
Yeah, I have some too.
I guess. Hold on. He says, "I guess. Hold on. There is a fireplace at the back. We could just light it up."
Okay, that's even better.
Fire, yes, let's do that. Fire is good. Also, let's just go after whoever killed these people. Where were they? Just go.
I appreciate your eagerness, Faye, but even us, we need to rest and collect our thoughts before we head further deep. I think a good night of sleep is gonna be good for all of us before we decide what we want to do next. Don't you think?
I guess that makes sense. But let's not waste too much time. I wanna confront these people if there are people who did this. But I guess.
And I would like to bring them to justice as well, Faye.
Oh, good. All right.
I move over to Galleon. Hey, Galleon, can I get one of those night sight runes you were talking about last night?
Oh yeah, of course. Sure, so I think I need to put one on myself too. Actually, so.
Well, you cannot put. You
It
cannot
was
use the
the same
same
time.
rune twice. You can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you can
remember.
only have one rune at a time.
Yeah, so I'll give it to you. Yeah, sure. Just looking for the roll.
Jonah pulls his backpack and starts getting, like his bedroll, and putting it on the floor. And you see he pulls some food and sits down and starts eating by the fire. He starts eating a bit.
Yeah, I do the same. Also prepare some
Yes.
bedrolls, food.
It's good. Yeah, you have it.
Thank you. Do you want me to take first shift?
I guess.
Hold on. Did you do it?
I'm doing it.
Did
I'm
you-
doing the math to remove the EP. I did a roll. 100.
Okay, I see.
Craft.
Just so you know, it takes you about just read how long it takes you. I think it takes you half an hour or 15 minutes. So he's still working on it right now, Tasso. And what are you working? Which item are you putting it in?
I guess.
What item are you giving him, Tasso, to put the rune on?
Yeah,
I'll give him my cape because that's how he did it on his.
Okay, so he takes your cape and he's now putting it on the floor and putting his hand over it, and he's focused. He's looking at it intensely.
Yep.
I'll move off and watch and eat.
Okay, so whoever is eating, make sure to take off a ration. Whoever is not eating, let me know, because then you would have eaten only once today, and we'll need to make a roll for you.
I'm gonna eat too, I guess.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Roll
Well,
1d6
yeah.
for the food.
Yeah, whoever is eating, roll for your healing. Make sure to recover some HP, MP, EP as you're eating your food. So I'm assuming everybody's gathered by the fire as you guys are eating. And Jonah tells you, Hailey, whenever you feel like you're surrounded by enemies, I know I have journeyed with archers and rangers before, and they typically are not good when it comes to melee combat. That's why I had to go. I told you to hold off, and I tried to pull you away from them. If such a situation happen again, let me know if you need help.
Okay, thank you. It startled me. I'm not used to being touched, and I was getting touched a lot all of a sudden, and so I'm sorry that I got startled by that. But then I'll remember that next time. Okay.
Yes, we're a team now. We have to stick for each other. We have to protect each other's back, and I think things are gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, we thought we were gonna reach here, and it's gonna be a rest place for us, and they're all gone. Everyone. I don't know. Maybe we should head to the Deep Grove itself. What do you guys think?
I put my hand on Jonah. I'm like, no, Jonah, you told me not to jump to conclusions. So let's just follow what you said. And where there's still hope, and where the sun shines, hope exists. And as long as we were together, we should not be thinking about the negative things, right? Right, Jonah?
Oh yeah, but
We will go to the Deep Grove tomorrow.
okay, sounds good. Is there anything else you guys would like to do, or is it time for bed?
I'm good. Yeah.
All right. So, how do you guys wanna do this? You just go to bed, everybody.
No.
I volunteer for the first shift as I'm still a bit pumped from the adrenaline of the fight.
I'll take
Take
the
that first
last
shift
shift.
with you.
Okay. So Sol and Faye are gonna do the first shift. Who's doing the second shift? Jonah says, "I'll go for second shift." I mean, you guys could keep the same teams, which is Jonah, Ailey.
Tasso and me, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Sure.
Tasso and Galleon.
Yeah.
All right. So
that.
by that point, if nobody has anything else they'd like to do, the rest of the party goes to sleep while Faye and Sol keep watch, looking at the door. Well, not the door, the entrance, because this is the building where the door was split in half. So you keep an eye on the entrance, the both of you. You have a little bit of light inside the building. It's providing you a little bit of light, but it's dark outside. I'm going to ask the two of you to make a perception test, please.
I was gonna say every kind of how long is it? 3 hours, right? The shift.
I think it's every 4 hours, we said.
Yeah, because they're.
Yeah, so you get an 8 hours of.
12, yeah.
Yeah, so you get 4 hours of sleep. 8 hours of sleep.
Okay. Every half hour or so, I walk to the door and I peer in the outside, right? Because I have dark vision, so I try to see, right? But I heard you.
Yeah.
Make a perception test.
Yeah. And also the building has a couple of windows, so you also probably stop by the window and look outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then let me know when you want us to do role play, because I didn't want to do.
Yeah. No, I'll do that, but first do your perception. Do your perception test. What's your total?
Mine is 20. So it depends. Do we still have -2?
Yes, you still have the -2.
Okay. So 24. Do I get the bonus from Miley or no, because she's sleeping?
No, she's sleeping. When she's sleeping or KO'd or whatever, you do not get any bonus from her.
24 is my total.
Let me
Gotcha.
see.
What's that?
17 is my total. Yeah.
Okay, 24 and 17. The two of you keep watch. You're still a little bit distracted. You feel like you're still a little bit distracted because of the events. Sol, you're thinking about, what could have happened here? What could have led to that gruesome scene and so on. And Faye, your mind is more focused on trying to bring retribution to those who have done this. And what would you like to say, Faye, because you wanted to do some role play here?
Yeah, I go to Sol and I look at you, Sol, and I say, hey, I want you to know that I appreciate that I can count on you when I need you. And I mean, man, what you did a number on that rat earlier today. That made me really excited.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's not something that I don't know. You seem to derive pleasure from killing a bit more than what I was hoping for, and you seem to go into very very weird states around blood. But yes, I mean we're survivors, right? We're just survivors. We don't just. Yeah, I'm happy if you're happy. So yeah, that's good. But at the same time, just if you can just tone it down a little bit, just a little bit, no.
It's we all have our struggles, and my quest is to hopefully make sure that balance can be brought upon the Elven kingdoms, but it is hard. I'll be honest. I fall prey to these mood swings, and it's hard for me to not get excited when I'm around bloodshed.
But I mean, we've been traveling for a long time together, and I was wondering, like, if you don't mind me asking, like, but were you always like? Did you always enjoy bloodshed?
Me, part of me, I come from different Elven ancestry, and there's conflict in me as a result. So I suppose I always have. I'm still just a young girl, you know.
Interesting. And is that why you try to meditate, to try to calm down that beast?
Beast, please. No, I mean, you haven't seen the real beast. But no, it's probably, well, I can't help it. I figure it's probably annoying when I poke at your injuries, and as I try to rein it in a little bit. I prefer to save that for, our enemies.
Okay. Okay. Well, if you ever need me to with anything, you can always count on me. But not just on during combat, but also outside combat. If I can help you out in any way, just let me know. I mean, it would be my pleasure.
Yeah. It seems like you have a particular relationship with the sun, and I'm starting to wonder if that could be helpful for this balance I'm speaking of. I think I actually see a lot of similarities between us two, and they're not exactly the same, but pretty similar. So I come to wonder if I couldn't leverage some of this sun basking you seem to enjoy so much.
Of course, the glory of the sun is providing for everybody in every creature. It's not limited to humans, nor elves, nor dwarves. Of course, the sun is benevolent. It can guide you. I mean, I'm so happy, Faye, you came to me finally. Like, because at the beginning you were so against the idea, but now I see that indeed it can be your solution for your balance. You have a sword that reacts in the moon, and of course maybe the sun is to counterbalance that. Just being as the same equation of balance, it's exactly what you might need. Do you want me to explain to you how the sun can actually be beneficial for everybody? I mean, I can go on for this topic. I don't mind. I mean,
I think baby steps. I think
sure.
I remember now why I was opposed to this. It makes total sense. Maybe next time we're on watch, you can tell me a little bit more.
Oh, it would be my pleasure, of course. But baby steps,
Awesome.
indeed.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Soul.
You're welcome.
And then you guys keep watch, and after about 4 hours, the watch goes pretty well. The rest of the party, well, it's not the rest of the party. It's who's first? It's Eiley and Jonah. So the two of you are waken up by Soul and Faye, and it's your turn, guys, to watch.
Okay.
Soul and Faye, you go to sleep.
Wanna
You're gonna
meditate.
recover now. Are you gonna meditate?
No.
Okay.
Not giving me much choice.
Yeah. Faye and sorry, Eiley and Jonah. Is there anything you're doing, or just keeping watch?
Yeah, it's time to keep watch. And I just want to say thank you, Jonah, for earlier. Everybody was listening, so I get weird around people. I don't know if you noticed that, but thank you. Appreciate it. How long have you been with the Golden Gauntlet?
No problem. It's my pleasure. Just let me know if you need help. Or let Tasso know. We're always willing to help. We're a team. We're a group. And to answer your question, I believe I told you guys that I've been with the Golden Gauntlet Alliance for about 20 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hope that nothing happened to the members of the GGA.
They shouldn't have come. We'll get them out.
Why do you keep saying they shouldn't have come?
There is a consequence after life for messing with nature in a certain way. And also, this is Wood Elf territory. And, it was a lesson learned, and we'll get them out.
He looks at you. He's thinking. And he says, I know that this is the Wood Elf's territory. However, I know that Lady Xena is not someone who would do people wrong. And even if they did something, like, let's assume that the merchant has had nefarious plans. But what about the people? I mean, you've seen their faces, you've seen their arms, you've seen their bodies burned, charred. Do they all deserve what happened?
I learned the
I do
hard
not
way.
want, he says, I do not want to go to assumptions and assume that it's the Wood Elves that did this, but whoever has done this didn't give a chance to the normal folks.
I learned
the hard
way that it's not about your intention. You would still have to pay for that.
He looks at you and intensely, and he gets closer. He says, "Evil is evil, Eiley."
Not saying it's not. I'm saying that even in the afterlife, these people are still having to pay for what they've done to nature, whether or not they deserved this brutal death. No one is innocent.
I understand. And he stands up and goes by the door. He stands literally on the entrance, in the middle of the entrance, looking intensely at the darkness ahead. And you could hear him, mutter some prayer, and he says, "O Eldron, Lord of all gods, grant me your power to be a beacon of hope and guide your children away from the madness. O Eldron, Lord of all gods, grant me your power to be a beacon of hope and guide your children away from madness." So, let's go ahead and make a perception test for the two of you. And you have he has -2. Okay, and difficulty factor is a natural 20. The two of you have this dreadful sense that you're being watched. For a second there, as you're seeing Jonah standing by the door, you're worried that something may just reach out and snatch him back into darkness. And even though you have dark vision, you're trying to look at the shadows. They are dark. Very hard to see. You hear flapping of wings, and that triggers you, and you look from the window. You can't see anything. You're on edge, and you have a sense of hopelessness, that even though you guys are in this building, this structure that is supposed to provide shelter and security, feel like you're not safe. Something lurks in the darkness. And the fact that you do not know what it is terrifies you. 4 hours later, the two of you wake up, Guardian and Tasso, when you go to sleep. Guardian and Tasso.
What's the impact of a long rest?
Okay, so first thing first, Smail, at some point send him, I don't know, you did darkness on his, dark vision on his thing. Did you send that to him? Did you send him the description?
No, I will do that.
Yeah, just copy and put it in the chat. So typically what we do, Darren, is whatever he copies, like take that section and put it next to the item that is blessed by it. And then when you activate it, because you can activate it, when you activate it, then put like in use or something like that. And that's where you start the count. Okay. Now, the benefits of a long rest So you recover half of your rest points, your max rest points. So the two of you have done a full long rest. So if you have 5 rest points, you recover 3. If your max is 5. Okay. And other than that, it's any ability that needs a long rest is refreshed. Because sometimes you get abilities that require long rest to be used again. And also the two of you so have slept for 8 hours, right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so roll 8d4 each. You recovered that
8d4.
in HP. 8d4. Yeah, you recovered that in HP, MP, EP. You probably can do 5 and 3 on roll 20. You cannot do 8. I guess you can do 8. Wonderful.
Yep.
So Tasso, you recover 22 HP, MP, EP, and Galen recovers 17. You guys have slept pretty well. Woken up. Also, the two of you do not have the penalty from that -2 penalty anymore. Okay. Do you guys do anything as you're taking watch?
I notice if I notice that he doesn't have the rune on him, I ask him about that. Is you can only give it at one time? I didn't mean to take it from you.
Yeah. Basically, what happens is that the rune is unique. It's a unique design, and I can do it once at a time because I cannot do the same design. It will lose its power if I do it twice, basically. So, for example,
as long as I don't use it, you can't use it again.
no, exactly. But I can activate. Maybe I can do a new one, but the one that you have won't work.
Then I'll go ahead and activate it for my shift.
Yeah, go ahead. And when you will do that, mine will be deactivated. But I think it did already.
No, yours was deactivated.
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
And once you put the rune on his cloak,
Yeah.
the effect of the rune have left you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
When you put a new rune, it takes out the first one.
The old one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, other than that, anything else you guys are doing, or just keeping watch? Okay. So go ahead and make a perception test. If there is anything you'd like to discuss, you can do it. But other than that, do a perception test.
Oh. 21 for me.
Okay. And Tasso?
Perception there.
Okay. So the rest of the night goes fine, and then you could see without much problems, and then you could see the sunlight come out in the morning as the two of you are sitting by the fire, and from time to time watching the entrance and watching from the windows. And you guys wake up. You wake up the rest of the party. So the rest of the party also, you guys recovered. You gain the benefits of a full rest. So make sure if you need to recover rest points, you recover half of your maximum, and it's rounded up. If it's
I'm a little
number.
confused on it because it says as long as you don't stand watch for more than 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's still fine for you. You got. I know you did the mid one, the one in the middle. I'm gonna say because there was not much problem. If there was a battle that took place or something where you had to leave, etc., I wouldn't consider that a full watch, a full rest.
Okay, and I can recover my rest points, but it doesn't say what I recover in.
It says half. If you read it, it says after a long rest, you
half of rest points. But what do I cover on HP, MP, and EP?
Oh, that's 8d4 on HP, MP, EP. That's 8d4.
Okay, thanks.
Whoever needs healing, you roll 8d4. Which, by the way, I need here. So let me do 8d4. How do you guys do the 8d4 again?
Access roll and then
advanced,
8d4. I just do 8d4.
Just write 8d4.
Yeah, if you type it into do /roll R
slash roll
and space
not
/R and then 8d4.
Okay, gotcha. So I recovered 17. Cool.
Yeah, you can't do it with the automatic roller thing, but you can do it manually.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that works for me. If I do /R space and then the thingy, that works totally. Okay, so whoever and I think the last one here is Faye, right? You needed to make a test.
I have a question for you because when I meditate, it says it's a regular rest. So is it a full rest or is it just a regular rest?
Yeah, no, you get the benefits of a full rest.
Okay.
You know, but you're not recovering the 1d4s. Are you doing it for 8 hours, or how long does the ret work? The meditation work for?
It's at least 4 hours.
Okay, so let's do 4 hours. So you're gonna recover 4d4, but you got the benefits of a long rest, which means you recover half the max rest points, etc. So let's do your roll first to see how the meditation went.
Yeah, I need to do a willpower test.
Okay, let's willpower that, baby.
25.
Against the 13, you said 25. Unfortunately, you don't. It's 20. It's 28. Just so you know, the difficulty factor was 15 plus 13. That's 28. And there is a reason. Like typically, I'm gonna start with like a 10, but it's a 15 because of all the scenery that you've gone through. So you were not really able to recover the balance. Do you want to push and do an additional 4 hours?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering since I had 8 hours total.
Yeah, you could push. You're just not recovering any HP, MP, EP, but you're getting the benefits of a long rest.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You'll do that? Okay, let's roll again. The difficulty factor, as I said, is a 15. So let me roll here. 15 plus 7, that's 7. That's 22.
And I have 26 minus 2, 24. So
Okay,
that should work.
you are successful. Yeah, you are successful. And what happens?
1d6. Yeah, I need to roll a d6 plus 4 is what I recover.
Go ahead.
7. Okay.
All right. You're still in that stage, right?
Yes.
Okay. And by the way, you haven't decided on a ritual yet. So haven't seen you role play that. So like you will need to do that. All right. So as everybody wakes up, we're gonna go on a break, and this time the break is just gonna be 5 minutes because UBAS has to leave at noon sharp. Everybody, I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Cool. So, all of you have rested. You got a chance to recover. Usama, if you need rest points, you can recover them. But recover half of your maximum because you get that benefit. And if you have an ability that needs you to have a long rest before being used, you have that. The following day, you guys wake up. It's about 12 hours. I'm gonna say it's about 9 a.m., 9 in the morning, where you wake up, start gathering your belongings, putting back those bedrolls in the backpack. What do you do at this point? What would you like to do?
I think we need to do a better search of the camp to see if we can figure out who did this, and if what direction they came from or went in the end. We have no proof that it was the Wood Elves. Could be some other darker force.
Okay. So, Smail, you best. Do you know where Smail is?
I think his camera went off again.
Can you ping him or something so we get him? Hey, Smail, we need you
sorry.
back.
No, it's my phone rang. That's why. Sorry about that.
Cool. So, US, I'm assuming things didn't move around in the recording.
They did, but it's fine.
Ah, sorry.
But now it's back. Is it now back?
Now it's back. Yeah, every time we're online, it goes back.
Okay.
Cool. So, that's what you suggest, the Tasso, and Jonah tells you, Yeah, I agree with you with everything you said. We could do some investigation here, and then we'll have to figure out what we would like to do next. We haven't found Lady Zeno, and I hope that she's not part of the bodies around here. All right, let's go. Do we want to split up?
Is there? I know he asked. I know. I think I remember. Someone asked yesterday whether there were some specific items of clothing or jewelry that would help us identify them.
Yeah.
Jonah.
Mm.
Did she wear a necklace or something, or earrings?
Lady
We have a
Zena
holy
has.
symbol.
Well, no.
She's a priestess.
No, she's not a priestess.
Oh.
She's a mage, an enchantress, and she usually has a staff, a magical staff, and she has this crystal bracelet on her left arm. And if you see, as for Brother Sildar, he has this rustic armor, almost looks like wood, and he carries in his arm typically an axe. As I mentioned to you guys before, Lady Zena is a high elf. If you see somebody remains of an elf, that could be it. And Brother Sildar, he's a bald man in his 50s. Human male.
Well, I think the first thing we need to do is check the 4 faces on the
on the pole.
Well,
on the pole.
do we want to do this together, or do we want to split to get to not lose time?
Yeah, let's
For those
split.
of us that
Lights. Now that there is lights, we should be able to go to groups, right? To the two.
I have a suggestion. We don't team up me and Tasso because we are small-sized people. Maybe take one tall people with small people, so we can access all the areas.
That sounds good. Fine. Galen, either you or Tasso will be in my team. I believe Ailey and I are the 2 tallest people in this group.
I think I'm taller than you.
We're about the same height.
Oh, okay.
But she's
I like how you did that. I think I'm taller as she sat up.
So, Ailey, pick whoever you want in your team. 5 hours later.
Right. Okay, Galleon, let's go.
Yeah. Let's do this.
I guess it's going to be a team of 2. Wonderful. All right. Well, then the other 4, let's head east.
Nonsense.
Let's
I'll
go
with
east.
them.
Okay, so you're going with Ailey. Sounds good. So,
and I tell her,
Team Aldo.
You should have picked 2, Ailey, not 1. 2.
Well, next time I'll remember.
Okay. So
don't worry, son. I
Ailey,
count for 2. Me, I count for 2.
Ailey, Galleon, and Sol. Where are you guys heading?
So I want to head. I'm not afraid to go by the poles and actually look for. I want to look for signs of struggle and tracking, and if there's human footprints versus.
So you guys head to the pole. What about us? Tasso, Usama, Faye, and Jonah.
We'll go to the other one.
What other one?
Well, there's the one by the pole, right? The piles of burned corpses, and then there's the other one.
No, they're literally going to the pole.
Towards the pole, where
they're going to the pole. They're not going to those burning
tires.
sites.
Well, then start with one of them, and then we can meet them at the pole. Or...
So let's start on the one on the east, which is the nearby one. Let's head there. Ailey, Galen, and Sol, the 3 of you walk to the pole, and you see it's a cloudy and cool morning, but you're glad that it's not raining. As you arrive in front of the pole, it's the same scene that you've seen last night.
Okay.
You don't have any rest, Usama. You don't have any rest because you have an ability. You choose an ability rather than the resting.
Ouais, mais tu m'as dit que je pouvais récupérer la moitié de mes rest points et je demandais à Saul où est-ce qu'ils sont les rest points.
No, you don't have rest points. You don't have rest points because you didn't unlock rest. You unlocked an ability that enables you to heal in battle.
Gotcha.
One of the choices that you had rest or you had something else in battle. So everybody can recover slower, but like you could do your ability in battle. I don't know if you remember which one it is that I'm talking about.
I think I do.
Yeah, so it's different. Okay,
Gotcha.
so you guys go to the, as I said, to the pool, and it still smells horrible, and you
Probably
see
worse.
at the bottom of the pool this pool of dried blood, and on it there is like meat stacked, bloody meat that's now rotten.
Is there like signs of like bodies being dragged or maybe footprints next to it? Or which direction did it come from?
As you made your way there, you may not remember, but last session I said there was like some, when you went to the building on the west, which is the dwelling area, that there was signs of blood coming from the building out, and that blood is being dragged to the pool.
And then are there boot marks next to it? Foot marks next to it?
You gotta do some tracking or some difficult perception.
I'll do some tracking.
Okay, go ahead and do some tracking. Galleon and Saul, you guys think of what you want to do as well, because I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
All right, so you need to roll a D100, not a D20 on tracking.
Oops. Oh, I'm sorry. No wonder. Okay. Oh, I failed. Darn it.
Yeah, whatever tracks were here, there are tracks of a scuffle that happened here for sure, but whatever marks of boots or anything like that have long gone.
Right.
Galleon and Sol, you notice that she's looking at the ground and trying to find any marks. What would you like to do?
Is there a I want to look around where those body parts were dismembered. If I can spot somewhere where maybe there was a knife or
Make
blood somewhere or something around.
Make an intelligence test versus
Alright.
15, I would say.
Intelligence. What is it? My intelligence. Oh. Okay.
Gotta roll anything other than a 1. It's another natural 1 for me.
Wow.
Okay. 12, yeah.
Okay. You're not sure if these creatures were all cut in a specific location, but it seems that you see that big pool of blood in the middle.
Yeah.
That could be
where it happened,
where they cut the bodies. But you do see like around there is blood splatter, dried blood splattered on the ground, right and left. And even walking by the buildings, you see now that you got sunlight and stuff. You see like on the building sides, you see blood splattered and stuff like that. Like there was some form of battle and killing going around this camp, for sure.
And is it possible to use I don't know, maybe not common lore, but to see if they were cut by an animal or was it like a knife
I didn't provide that information.
Not sure. Like
I would say it's an intelligence test.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna inspect actually the bodies.
Yeah.
Or the body parts, right? So I would say that's against a 10. So roll your intelligence.
24.
Against a 21, so you are successful. The body parts have been cut by a sharp tool.
Okay.
It could be a sword, a cleaver, an axe, a sharp tool. And you noticed also around this camp a lot of the doors have been broken by sharp tools.
Okay.
Similar tools.
I shared this information.
Definitely not claws or
Okay,
bites.
So Ellie and Sol. Yeah.
Now
do you
hold on
see?
a second.
Yeah.
I need to move to Sol just so he could
Okay.
and keep that to
This-
say it in a second.
Okay.
Sol, is there anything you're doing, or are you just?
Yeah. So Saul is looking at the pole that's literally made like built with flesh and parts of.
Yeah,
of-
make
of-
make a religion test.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. God damn it.
That's a fail.
Yeah, it's twice.
Oh, that's
the
a
roll.
critical. That's a critical failure
Yeah.
because 90 over 95 is a critical failure. So, yeah, you just think this is very gruesome. You can't take your mind out of that and how bad this looks like, and you're gonna have a penalty of minus. You're gonna have a penalty of -3 in the next hour.
I have a very high stat, like relatively speaking.
I know. It's like you're writing pretty high, but
shit. So as I'm
and the other
discussing-
thing is you couldn't have used a luck point to reroll because
Yeah.
it was a critical failure.
critical
so-
failure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so as I'm disgusted by this, I'll just turn myself away from that pole and try to just find any item that can match the description of either the staff or the crystal.
Okay. Do a perception
Found it.
test.
Just kidding.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Do a perception
Oh man.
No!
Well, finally, somebody
Too
else
much
other than me
light.
is rolling a natural
Too
one.
much light. I see nothing.
You
Oh,
guys,
man, sorry.
just for the fun of it, you think you saw something over there, and you're like eagerly getting closer. You realize it's nothing, and then you hear a bang to the right, and you turn. But as you turn your head, like you hit the wall. You completely forgot that the place where you went to find that was by the wall. You bang your face against the wall, and it was actually Gallian who, as he was like checking things around, he banged on the pole, and you got alarmed. You hit. Just take off 1 HP in damage. Now the armor is not destroyed. It doesn't get to. But I need to screw with you a little bit.
Okay, sure. That's
Okay.
That's harmless.
And as he looks at you, Gallian, what were you gonna tell the party? You were gonna tell them something that you found.
Sorry.
Gallian,
Yeah. So
camera.
what the fuck happened? But my camera is working. Why is
Somebody
it not...
called you again?
No. It's like Discord, not closed, but like disconnected and reconnected.
Okay.
I started
That's
this.
fine. Just go ahead.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. I looked at the body parts here, and I think they have been cut by something like a knife or a big sword, or I mean something that is used to cut stuff, not by claws or
Or an
an animal.
aberration? Or
Yeah,
an aberration? Ever use a tool? I'm not sure.
I don't think
More.
so. I don't think so. Maybe Saul would know more about this, about those monsters. Can they do stuff like what we are seeing? Can they cut it like that?
Okay, I try to analyze if that's okay. Or am I using? Is that
Also
okay?
not.
Sure, we want to let him roll again.
I believe in Saul. You can do
Is
this.
that okay? Ahmed,
Roll
if I
for me, my friend. Roll for me.
I failed.
No! Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, no. I'm like,
So
I'm not sure. It looks. I think that could be an animal, could be a weapon.
You're looking at the body parts and you're really avoiding to watch that. You're disgusted by it.
I feel like I whisper to Ailey, I feel like we should have taken another one with us, not this Saul. He is useless.
All right. So meanwhile, the rest of the party, you guys go to the eastern side. You go to the place where the logs were put together, and as you approach, you do see that there is a workstation nearby, where you see an axe planted on the ground next to that workstation. This is probably a station where they worked the wood and they cleaned it up and so on. And then you get to that section where you look at the pile or like the stack of woods together. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was just gonna say that I would ask Jonah to help me start disassembling the wood so we can see the body parts or the bones.
Let's do this. So the two of you, Faye, are you helping with that?
Sure.
Okay. So you guys start moving, and it's not a lot of trees in there. Probably like 6 big trees, and a couple of smaller ones. So you start moving those, and as you move them away, you do see that there are bodies that were burned in there. You see skeletons and ash.
I would look through the skeletons and ash to see if I can identify anything like equipments or like I don't know what an elven skull would look like versus a human skull, but
Yeah, Jonah helps you. Are you doing the same thing, Faye? Okay.
Yeah.
So all 3 of you, let's make a perception test. The difficulty factor is going to be a 15.
No, Tasso.
15 plus 19, that's 34.
Natural
And
one.
yeah, you guys are we're looking around, and yeah, no, there is definitely humanoid bones in here. But there's also animal bones. I think I mentioned that to you guys earlier. It seems that whoever has done that may have burned also the animals that were in the that little enclave cattle place. You don't find anything like gold or anything valuable. It seems like whoever was burned were wearing their clothes, and you could find like bits of leather and cotton. Yeah, that's what you guys found. Okay, well, where do you guys want to head next?
Or the other.
The other one on the other
Other
side.
fire, yeah. I'm already covered in burnt body parts and dust. Might as well do the whole thing.
I want to check the axe first before we go there.
Okay.
GM, can I go by the chopping section area and look at the axe?
Yeah, you look at the axe. It's an axe.
Does it look good or just?
Are you gonna pick it up and try to?
Yeah. I wanna examine it.
Yeah, examine it. It's an axe that deals 8 damage. It's a woodcutter axe.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Made out of iron.
Okay. So I tossed it on the ground. Go back. Catch up with the group to go to the other one.
Ailey, Gallian, and Sol, what do you guys do next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Galleon and Sol, I don't know. I feel like we've already looked everywhere in this camp. Maybe do you think we should start kind of going a little bit further away?
Maybe look a little bit around the camp, see if there is something, some clues or something.
Yeah.
Or
The
what's
area
intact.
over here is pretty. We couldn't find anything around here, so we should definitely change and look around.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay. So I'm assuming you're gonna go on a circle around the camp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
as you guys are about to start walking around the camp, you do see further north of where the pole is, you notice that there is a trail that heads to the forest. Yeah, and just so you know, the margins of the forest come right up to the boundaries of the Tabor camp. There are a few birds that fly in the distance as you start making your way around, but you do see that there is a trail leading there. Maybe make a perception test, all 3 of you versus 18 for this one, I think.
And darn it, we're not in the forest, right?
No, you're not. So 18 plus 8, that's 26. Who's got higher than 26?
I do.
Nice.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I didn't roll. Yeah, why my roll didn't go?
well, roll.
I don't know why you didn't roll. Oh, okay. Well, 19.
We didn't need you anyway. Soul.
Yeah.
Soul, you do see, as you guys are making your way, you do see that there are, you can barely see wheel marks on that trail
Sorry.
that head
Before you say
north
anything,
in the wood.
Before you say
ahead.
anything, I think I failed because I have -3.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
true.
shoot.
That is correct.
Yeah, so I
That is
failed.
correct. So anyway,
Oh,
the
crap.
three of you look around, and yeah, it doesn't seem like
Looks
yeah,
legit.
it doesn't seem everything's all right. You keep going. You're gonna start going around and looking, but you did notice that there is a trail that goes in the forest. Switching back to the rest of the party. So the other group, you guys reach out to the western section. Here you have about 5 large logs that are stacked together, and I'm assuming you're gonna move them around as well, right? So you do the same thing. Faye, you do notice that there is a station in here as well where they work wood. There you see a couple of wooden chairs. You see some axes stacked on this woodwork bench where they probably were working the woods. And as you guys clear it, you could see inside of the pyre. You could see the burned bodies, bones, and so on and so forth. I'm assuming you wanna investigate, right?
Mhm.
You wanna do the same thing as last time.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's make a perception test for everyone. I think I said the difficulty factor is an 18. No, 15 for this one. Let me do a perception. So perception 7 plus 15. That's 22. Anybody got more than 22?
Yeah, 25.
23.
Okay. Good. Well, Jonah didn't notice anything, but you guys, as you were rummaging through those bones and ash, there is nothing of value on these bodies, and maybe people don't necessarily just have nothing on them. Seems like whatever they had that was of value was stripped out, and it seems that the folks, there is no female elven body in there, or even elven body. You did find the remnants of females burned in there.
So like they were looted first, or stripped of their valuables, and then their bodies were tossed in to be destroyed. So these were obviously not just the people came here for more of for the loot as well as just killing them.
You say that out loud?
Yeah.
After hearing that, go ahead, Faye.
I was gonna say that might be, although I would caution us from making any quick inferences. Does look like people were stripped. Otherwise, we would find tokens, utensils, bracelets, but it could be for looting. It could be for other purposes. I still wonder that there's got to be more. And I just remembered that when we're done here, I would like to go back to the initial building we visited and try to pry open the metal box that's in there and see if there's anything in there.
And I think about it, they left the weapons behind. The axes and stuff.
And they did, a lot of it seemed looted. You remember when we went in those bedrooms and stuff? I think there was even a point where Soul and I were rummaging through what was left out, and we barely found a pouch of 20 gold piece. I doubt that that's all the money that this camp has had. Now, I agree with Faye when she says that they left these axes, but something struck me. Faye, when you found the axe, you threw it right away. I saw you examining it, but then you threw it. So maybe whoever has looted this place or has taken items here wasn't interested in those axes simply because they were not worth it.
Yes, that's very possible. That's very
Well,
possible.
Obviously, this is all assumptions. So, are you guys ready to head out to the cabin at the entrance in the south?
Yeah, so now that you mentioned the axe, I'm wondering if that axe would come in handy to try to pry or open that chest.
Sure. Do you want to pick one of the axes here?
Yeah, so I take one of the axes.
Okay. So you pick an axe, and then you guys head south. The rest of the party, you guys go around and do a full circle. I'm going to ask you to make a perception test. And you're looking for tracks, right? That's what you're doing?
I am.
Yes.
Okay.
Rolls on a roll.
Difficulty factor is a 15, natural 1. Another natural 1. Okay. So because it's a natural 1, all of you succeed.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there is much tracks around this area. You could see the tracks, recent tracks of the rats leaving. The giant rats that came in. You could see some other animal tracks in there, but that's about it. But you did look the ground. You did look. It could be that it's been a while since this happened, based on the dried blood.
Yeah.
That didn't happen just a day ago.
And it's been raining.
That too. Yeah.
Is the only trail out of here from the north? Or are there other trails?
That's the only trail.
Okay.
But you guys do the round, and you see, as you're going around the camp, you see the rest of the party head into the cabin at the southern edge.
Okay. Should we go join them? We're not finding anything.
Yeah, I suppose.
Nope.
Let's go back and see if they found something.
Right. So you guys join the rest of the party who's heading in that building. You see that Faye is carrying an axe in her hand. And Tasso, do you want to update them?
Yeah. When I see you guys coming up, I'm like, find anything?
We know
Yeah.
they were definitely killed by sharp objects.
We didn't
That
find much
surprised
either.
me.
It looks like they were looted. We went through the bodies that were burned, and there wasn't anything of value or jewelry or anything on them. We didn't find an elf. We found female and males, but none of the elven race that we could see.
All human.
And and the bodies of the animals they killed from the corral were intermixed with them. But beyond that, we haven't been able to prove or find anything that indicates that the elf or that priest, the brother, bodies were in there. But
yeah, that would be very difficult, especially if they stripped their weapons and armors. That would be very difficult. But we haven't found anything suggesting that Lady Xena or Brother Sildar are part of the victims here.
Are there
I still
humans
need
at
to.
war around here?
What's that?
Are there humans at war around here?
Not to my knowledge, but I do still need to go next to the pole and examine some of the faces. Hopefully, I'll be able to recognize some of them. I know they're disheveled and rotting, but I'll try my best. As for now, I think Faye here suggested to go back and check on the metal chest in this building.
All right.
I believe last time Garian tried to break it, but it was difficult chest to break. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
Don't unleash any evil spirits.
Don't worry.
You know you miss more mask.
So you guys enter the cabin, and you go. The cabin as I described it last time. There is there are marks of scuffles in there. There are marks of sharp tools on the wall. Scratches of sharp tools. There is wood splintered on the floor. There is a bed on the on the back right corner. That's relatively clean. There is a metal chest on the back left corner. There is a fireplace to the left, and there is a desk split in half in the middle. All right, so we're here. So I'd like to do the honor of trying to break that.
I can go first. Try again.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
stay
but
outside the door and keep an eye out on the camp.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Let's see. And then Faye says, let's see who's the strongest here.
Don't worry, it's me.
Halfling raises his hand.
So, do a strength test?
Yes. So are you taking the axe and trying to break the...
Or I can take the axe, yeah. Yeah, sure. Maybe easier.
Well, yeah, because what were you going to use other than the axe?
Yeah, I was gonna use the axe, but I was asking if it was an attack or a strength test.
No, just a strength test.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Strength. Messed up. Okay, more. 11.
What's your total?
30.
Okay. So you start banging at it. Let's see. I'm gonna roll a d6. Okay. So you start banging, bang, bang. It's this loud sound that he's like banging overzealously. And at one point, the axe head breaks from the impact.
Little problem here.
This thing doesn't want to be opened.
Yeah, let us find another solution to open this.
Anybody else want to try something or do something as we're waiting for Galleon to find a solution?
Can
No?
I use smithing to try to see if I can find
That's
a weak
lockpicking.
point? Yeah.
That's
Even
smithing is not.
yeah.
Well, no,
Not gonna-
smithing you've already done it and succeeded at it. This is a very well crafted metal chest.
Yeah, so you're right.
It's not. It's not one of those bullshit chests. Some serious craftsmanship went in this. So you're smithing. You don't even need to roll. You know that it's
Okay.
It's good quality.
All right. I'm out of ideas.
I look at Eileen and I say, hey, Eileen.
Yes, friend. Friend?
Any chance you can do this thing you do, when you tell us where to hit somebody? Any chance that could work for this?
He's talking about Hunter's Mark, and Hunter's Mark is on creatures, I believe.
Yeah, let me just look, but I don't think it's on inanimate objects.
So we can try to pry
We didn't find a key, right? There is a keyhole in here in this metal chest, but we didn't find any key.
Well, I don't think we looked for a key. Maybe we should look closer for a key.
Well, no. Based on your test, it would have. If there was a key, I would have told you that there is a key.
So the chest would have to have a stealth stat for me to.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna work out. Also, me as a game master, I know that you failed your test on the western side, but for you guys, you've done a good job. You've checked it out, and it looks clean. I'm screwing with you.
So can I try? I think I have a.
Telepathy? No, it's not gonna work.
I can try heating up the metal and seeing if it'll warp,
Okay.
but it might set the building on fire.
Yeah. You wanna give that a try?
No, probably not. Probably burn the building out since it's an area of effect.
Yeah, I bring out the cultist dagger that I have in my bag. Try to pry open, and I say, "Can you guys? Like, how is it? Is there a lid and it's locked, or?"
It's like think of the old school metal chests. There is a little spot where you can try to pry it. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna try to do that with your cultist dagger?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check your strength test.
Well, should somebody else? Sure. Let's do a strength test.
Well, unless if you want to suggest somebody else, you could say, hey.
Who here is strong? Come on, guys. Like, I see you guys got muscles. Do they are just for decor, or do they serve a purpose?
I mean, you might get lucky. I mean, I've gotten lucky in some strength tests.
I'm the strongest here. Don't look at Sol. Sol is just showing off. It's bubbles.
Well, just as a reminder, Sol kicked your butt in the arm wrestling thing.
It was
because you were drunk.
I was drunk first.
Yeah.
Or he wasn't drunk enough.
Or maybe not enough. Good point, Tasso. But actually, I was not drunk enough, and I was sitting on a bad made chair, so it's normal. It's bad conditions,
Yeah. So, Sol, are you gonna do the strength test? Is that what the plan is?
Yeah, I mean, if Gallian pride wouldn't get hurt too much.
It is hurt.
Yeah. No, try to try it. Go ahead.
Especially if you break it. It will be multiplied.
Go, you best. Natural one. Come on.
You called it.
I told you. You had to go with me. Why you give it to this human?
So Sol puts the knife to try to pry, and then as he moves hard, the knife actually breaks, and a shard of it like scratches him on his hand. You lose one piercing HP.
It's one of those days when I should have stayed in bed.
We have lost a knife. A very good knife.
A cultist knife. Remember that?
And as you guys are like watching the exploits of Sol, Jonah stands up and says, "Everyone, look!" And then he shows you a book. As you guys were looking at the metal chest, Jonah was looking at the broken desk and tried to look at its drawers, and he found a book in there. And he says, "This seems like the journal of Kirill Tabor."
Is there a key hidden in it?
Opens it. Not necessarily. I knew as a game master that I should put a big chest that says "Open me" and make it unopenable. Because nobody's gonna search anything else than the chest.
I know.
I put the item not in the chest. It's hilarious. It's so hilarious. It's so funny how you guys are throwing everything at the chest.
But I still want to open the chest.
What you needed was like just nearby.
It's open. I don't
it's
care
hilarious.
if it's not.
Are you supposed to wait till we pry it up out of the ground, take it to the top of the other building, and throw it off to see if it'll break open? And...
Yeah, no. And the thing is, you couldn't carry it. That's even the worst. Is you can't carry it.
Can I try to use the crowbar to open it?
Oh yeah. Let's do the crowbar. Want to do the crowbar? Let's do that.
I want to open it.
So it's like, no, I don't care about a book. I'm opening this.
And
God damn
Sol,
it,
do you
what I
want to
roll?
help him? Do you want to help him and give him an advantage?
No, I've had enough bad luck.
At least it's not the one. At least it's not the one.
Okay. So
I rolled
nobody
a
wants
4.
to help him to give him an
No,
advantage, right?
I will. I'll help him.
Yay!
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, strength, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so he's no, you're not rolling, Jessica. He's rolling
Oh, I'm
two
just
dice.
helping him. Oh,
Ah,
okay.
so
He's
I
rolling
roll
two
another
dice.
one.
Ah, okay.
With
Oh,
advantage.
good. Okay, good. I'm helping
So you got a 16 and a 4. So 16 plus your stats. What's that?
35.
35. Now let me tell you, the stat of the thing is 35. And I added 17 to that. So that's 52.
You
So
need
you
a natural 20 to open it.
Yes, you needed a natural 20. And as a matter of fact,
or
I'm
him
going to roll a
one.
d6. It's pretty funny. 3. The crowbar breaks as well.
Ah, it's not the one.
Oh.
Come on.
Now, as a payback, Saul says, "Oh, you destroyed a very nice crowbar."
It's no problem. I can fix it. I can fix it.
Well,
I can
what's
fix
wrong with
it.
the crowbar?
You can fix it. You
I
can
can
fix
fix
it. That
Of
is true.
course.
I was going to go
I'm
with
blacksmith. I
that. Now
can
it's a crow
fix all
hook.
things.
As,
I will write a broken crowbar in my
yeah.
So what's in the book, Jonah?
As all of you spent another half hour trying to break that goddamn chest, Jonah is reading through the book and he's like, well, I'm reading through it and he's speaking about his arrival at the Deep Grove and him being very excited about the wonders of the Blackwood. His plans to increase his investment and resources. His plans to build a community that he will name Camp Tabor. And then he's talking about growing the camp and having a site where they collect the wood deep in the forest. He also has been speaking about some wild attacks and deaths happening. That people are afraid at night and that they had more deaths in the morning. Spoke of hiring a group of mercenaries. Then he spoke about expanding his operations. It seems like he has 2 camps or 2 sites where they collect wood, one in the southern section and one in the northern section. He spoke about his encounter with wood elves on the southern side of the forest. He speaks about worrying about the wood elves' threats. He decided to slow down the southern camp and focuses on the northern camp's extractions. He speaks also of more attacks of wildlife and of a few mercenaries die. Then he has records of him traveling to Hammerhall and making a deal with the Golden Gauntlet Alliance. Seems like after that he returned to Camp Tabor and the morale in the camp is very low. Some foresters spoke of finding strange stones in the northern side of the forest, as well as some wood talismans. Then he talks about the arrival of the Golden Gauntlet Alliance. The wood business is growing. He is very excited about it. The Golden Gauntlet Alliance are to negotiate with the Wood Elves, and Kirill seems to be very optimistic. Then he writes about the Golden Gauntlet Alliance returning with bad news, saying that the Wood Elves were not willing to negotiate, that they were categorical, that they had to leave. And on that same day, the northern camp didn't return. The people in the northern camp didn't return at nightfall, before nightfall. The next day, there was tragedy. He's speaking of a tragedy. He's speaking of, he's very mad. He's very angry in his writing. He's speaking that the Wood Elves would pay for what they did to to his employees, to his foresters, that they will be punished. He says that the Golden Gauntlet Alliance is heading there right now to get justice. And then the journal ends.
Does it
And on
say if they
that-
went to the north or the south
Yeah,
to get
so-
justice?
They didn't say.
Specify.
Okay.
He didn't say. He said that they went to bring justice to the Wood Elves. And that's how the journal ends. And on that, as I said, we're going to end the session because we needed to end at noon.
All right.
When you say they want to bring justice to the Wood Elves, that means they want to confront them, right? So that's what you mean?
He literally says, bring justice to the Wood Elves.
I'll
He
fight
means
them.
he means a fight.
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right.
Okay, so that's that's the information that you can gather from this book. Jonah is going to put the book in his backpack, so if at any point you guys want to refresh your memory, he has taken the book with him.
Okay.
He's not just going to leave it there.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.